So put all that in your brain, mold it around a little bit. We asked the CDC, we asked behavioral scientists, and we asked sociologists what the causes of death were. Okay, so what is the cause of death? I want to make a point. Do you guys think any of those were wrong? Do you guys think those are all causes of death? Right? But they're just kind of different levels, right? I'm kind of preaching to the choir here. Are they any less relevant to each other? So, in other words, does one matter more? If we're going to prevent something, do we only look at the CDC, what the CDC says? Should we look at what the behavioral scientists say? Should we look at what the sociologists say? What level do we attack from, and what level do we have the best effects for? Okay, that's something. That was a rhetorical question, but so what's the cause of obesity? So let's go back to why we're here. Obesity. The previous exercise was theoretical, right? So I mean, those are things we need to think about when we're trying to make effective intervention strategies to prevent or to help individuals with obesity. But it's also it's very important to grasp, especially from any health-related field, honestly. And the point to take away is everything can be caused by something else. All right. So maybe somebody has a heart attack, has a heart disease because they smoke a lot. Maybe they smoke a lot because they're in a bad neighborhood, or they grew up in a family that always smoked. Okay. And that was more readily, that's just what you did. At what chain do we intervene from? Okay, the goal I'm hoping to convey is we have to get to the root issue. Okay, the root issue is probably where we're going to be most effective, and where we're going to prevent the cascades that will later lead to adverse health outcomes. A lot of the emotional, psychological, and social factors probably have something to do with our environment and our culture that we're raised in, and we're going to go into that a little bit more, because I think it deserves its own little segment. But seeing the things we see on TV and magazines and the media articles, and being pulled one way and then pulled another way, those things don't make it easy for us to remain healthy. And they're nonetheless factors in determining our health outcomes. Okay. But if we just focus on lack of exercise and poor diet, then we're missing all this stuff. It's going to occur again. Here's the question, and I think you guys would answer this the same, even if you didn't spend the first X amount of time talking about what we talked about. Do you think all obese individuals have the same causal factors? No. Great. Okay. Perfect. So in another sense, I can kind of frame your response in that all obese individuals, or all obesity in general, is not created equal. Is that true or untrue? True. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. So the answer is yes. But we're treating all obesity as if it is all caused the same, because we're giving the same interventions. We're giving exercise and diet, right? Maybe slightly different, but still exercise and diet. And so that's difficult. It's effective, but not as effective as it can be, right? And we as personal trainers, we as group fitness instructors, we as fitness professionals have the tools, I promise, have the tools in order to be more effective with our clients with exercise and with diet, and or even just with sessions, just with interaction. Most often, clients' exercise sessions are the best part of their day. Maybe not most often. Some clients, the best part of their day. That's the way they can escape from their work, their lifestyle, or their kids, or X, Y, and Z, whatever have you. That's like the best part of their day. Okay. So let's use that as a way to boost positive reinforcement. Okay, use positive reinforcement to make them want to continue their healthy behavior after their session is over. I when I first started dating my girlfriend, I walked into the gym and some client came up to me and she said, "Are you Dan?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Lawrence Dan?" I'm like, "Yeah, Lawrence Dan." And she said, "Oh my God, we just love her. She's like so important to us. Like she's more important than like our doctors, our priests, our like she listed like wide-eyed too, so you know she was serious." And I actually 100% agree with her, even though the approach was kind of a little weird. Yeah, a little creepy, but I 100% agree with them. It's very true because we have this unique, intimate relationship with our clients that not very many other fields have. Right? You talk to your clients and to your class members about a lot of different things that don't have to do with exercise, probably for 90%, if not more, of their session. Right? It's more just kind of like do this squat and then let's talk about how your day went. Use that. You use that and then they'll tell you how their day went, and then it's a way to vent. That increases adherence, right? That increases their probably decreases their stress level because they have someone to listen to. They have them to listen to them. But even go a step further, point out their achievements. They're going to tell you, hey, instead of going to, Burger King for lunch, I brought my own. It was, salad or something. Even if it's a small gain, even if it's even just a little bit better, use that as positive reinforcement. Like, yes, that was excellent. Great job. And that's within your scope. You can tell somebody they did a good job. You know that. Okay? And point out why. Like, not just pat on the back. Okay? They tell you how their day went. They did something positive. Why was that important? And go over the top. Just go over the top with it because it's wildly important for them to make even a small step in the right direction because changing habits is one of the hardest, my opinion, changing habits is one of the hardest things anybody can do. Changing somebody's behavior because there's so many. We talked about all the different reasons why somebody has the behavior that they do. There's a lot of them, and there's more than that. I probably couldn't fit it all on one slide. If somebody goes ahead by themselves and then has whatever kind of motivation, hopefully intrinsic motivation, but they have motivation to change that behavior, that's incredibly important because you guys know more than anybody. Not very many clients, even if they paid all the money to train with you, even if they did their gym membership and they bought the products, not very many people are willing to take the steps and change their own behavior to get to their goals. It just let somebody do it for me. That's incredibly important. You guys know how important that is. Go over the top with it. Make sure they know that. Spend the whole session explaining why how incredible they are if you have to. Some of the best personal trainers, if you only have, an hour with somebody, right? They use that as motivation to say, "Oh, a workout's only 4% of your day. Just get it over with. It's only 4% of your day." Okay? I mean, in reality, and I'm just kind of going off of common sense, but how much can really 4% of your day make? Because I believe exercise can help everyone. I think it could be a lot, but in reality, we want more than that. We want them to use the rest of the 96% of their day to make them healthier people. And you only have 4% of their day to work with. But that's something, and it's very useful because of the relationship personal trainers, group exercise instructors, fitness professionals have with their clients or members or whatever you have. Okay, we have a very unique field and a very unique profession um, that can help people reach their health goals much better, in my opinion, than most other professions. However, if we just localize it to physiologic exercise and how that's going to elicit a response and decrease their blood pressure and whatever, we're not being as effective as we can be.